Revolution Golfers, Martin Chuck here, and I'm here with Guerin Rife. And Guerin Rife, I got to spend the day with this guy. Fascinating. I learned a ton about putting today, and I also learned that I'm going to be using an EVNROLL putter. Love this. I saw the tests up close and personal. I went and retrieved a couple hundred golf balls. It was a fun day to learn about putting. So Guerin, tell us about what makes this putter special. I saw it. Tell the Revolution Golfers.
Okay, where to begin? I guess you have to understand just the basic physics of putters in general, okay? So we started with a putter. These are identical putters. As you can see, the same design, same head weight, same everything. This one does not have the technology, the new EVNROLL technology. And so this really represents a standard, beautifully, perfectly milled face.
Sure.
Okay, you see that in putters, a wide range of putters.
Some of the best putters, okay, simple.
Beautiful, high-end milled. Okay, so, but what this does, there's no technology here. There's basically loft.
Right.
Okay.
Lovely loft.
Lovely loft, yes. And there's a head shape that is heel-toe weighted, and you hit the ball, and hey, it's putting. You know, that's it.
Right.
How can it? You know, no big deal. Well, what happens is when you hit this putter in the middle of the face, the ball goes, let's say, 20 feet. And when you hit it out here, 5/8 of an inch off center, it goes
on the toe.
About, yeah, on the toe. It goes about 19 or 18, 10 or whatever.
Sure. You lose a foot. You lose.
And it goes off to the right.
Yep,
because it's off center. And then you hit it over here, it goes off to the left, and it goes even shorter.
Right.
So maybe another couple inches shorter. And that's pretty common.
Dispersion because of off-centeredness.
So about 16 inches total dispersion, and about a foot to a foot and a half difference from center hit to the off-center hits.
Right, and that's on a 20-footer.
And that's just a 20-footer, right? So that happens because you mishit the ball, and mishits are very common.
I don't mishit the ball.
No, I know you don't, and probably none of your viewers do.
Joking, everybody mishits the sweet spot of a putter all the time.
Tour players do, and you'll see it on TV all the time. They'll say he pushed that ball, and take a closer look. You'll see that he hit it slightly toward the toe, and we know that it goes in 20 feet, 8 inches, if it's 5/8. So if you're hitting it a quarter of an inch, which isn't hard to do,
right?
You're talking 4 inches. You missed the putt, and it went shorter. So
yep.
You didn't get it there, or you just mishit the putt. So the idea here is to try and eliminate mishits.
Right.
Just make a putter that compensates for the human error.
Tell them how you did it.
Okay. We put a ball in the center and hit it first. That's that track right there. Then we put one 5/8. That's as much as Dave Paul says any amateur hits a ball out here. And normally that would veer out because the center of mass is here. When you hit outside the center of mass, it forces the ball to move away from the center of mass. But the EVNROLL face technology gears the ball back to the center, so it holds on to the same parallel line. Closely spaced grooves don't impart as much energy to the ball as a smooth face.
Sure.
This is a lot more steel. There's no grooves.
Right.
When you start to when you start to put grooves in there, you get this narrow little contact surface between the grooves.
Yep.
that presses into the skin of the ball, grips it, makes it release because the thing's moving 4 miles an hour, but it just doesn't hit it as hard. It absorbs more.
Right.
Okay, so the ball doesn't travel as far. So that same 20-foot putt will go about 18 and a half to 19 feet. Okay, hit in the center, just like the other one. Identical putters, we showed that today.
You've taken away some surface area.
I've gotten rid of some contact surface, and that's simple as that. It's real logical, real simple, and that's just what happens. Now, what I figured was that if I could just increase that contact surface away from the center, why? Because those off-center hits don't go as far.
Need more energy.
So I need more energy to get them to go the same distance. So I increase the energy transfer away from the center on either side, and everything goes the same distance. But what else it does is, because of the shape of this non-contact surface, like your eye, it's milled out, and it's narrow on the ends and wider toward the middle. It gears the ball back toward the middle.
And the test blew me away.
And everything ends up at 20 feet, about 4 inches to 3 inches dispersion.
Totally.
So to simplify it, to make this as simple as, I mean, I saw today, there's less surface area in the middle of the putter and more surface area as the grooves move out toward the toe and the heel. So if you do miss-hit putts, and everybody miss-hits putts, Guerin has found a solution for that. The energy level of the ball coming off the face was remarkable. And the fact that the grooves have that subtle taper, gear affects the golf ball to stay on line, which we proved on the felt roll board, and with the use of the robot here is fascinating.
Well, that's the point of the logo.
There you go, I love it. So tell me, right now we've got the mallet and the blade.
Here's the blade. This is the blade. This is the standard grip that comes with it.
And
with
it's
the EVNROLL
classy.
on it. And it's a nice wind grip. And it's parallel, very popular these days, oversized. And then here's the mallet.
You call it the hatchback.
This is the hatchback.
Looks
yes.
great.
And it's basically a regular full-size mallet, but it's all, and both of these putters and all this whole line don't have inserts. This is the metal. This is the metal that the head's made out of. So when you hit the ball, you get the kind of feel that you can only get from a beautifully milled, solid piece of steel. I refer to it as a surgical feel.
Well,
and so the other thing about this technology, while we're talking about feel, I want to point out is that where the putter normally feels worse out here, you've increased the amount of energy transfer, so the feel increases. In here, where you're hitting it in the sweet spot, well, of course it's going to feel good.
Sure.
But it feels soft and nice, and so the feel all the way across is even.
right.
So
I loved
the name EVNROLL, even feel. I don't know.
I love
like
it.
roll.
Revolution Golfers, Martin Chuck with Guerin Rife.
Hey.
What a pleasure it's been spending the day with you. I
Been
learned
my
a
pleasure.
ton about putting, and I'm really excited for you Revolution Golfers to experience EVNROLL so you can get even.
Get even.